All right, so in this video, we're going to be talking about the concepts from start to end of how to upload your YouTube video, what to say in the description, how to actually put the content together within your YouTube video so that all of it can be boosted in the algorithm from the beginning, from the very start. Have you ever had a video that you thought was going to be really good and then it just kind of flops? Well, these types of concepts we'll go over right now are going to help boost the engagement from the very beginning and get it into the algorithm without you having to pay for it, without you having to run ads, all of those things. So as you pay attention and as you're in your PDF, be sure to be accountable to doing these concepts every single time, so that not only is it customized to you, but it's also something where it's memorable and, as a hack, boost into the algorithm for your favor. Okay. So the first thing we'll talk about is when you create a video. Okay. So you use a platform like Zoom. Okay. That we're doing now. If you're using Zoom and you record it, trim it so it's done accordingly. If you pause, if you sound weird at a certain area, feel free to edit that out. But what I discourage is you not taking action on YouTube. So create something on Zoom today. If you've never done a YouTube video before, do it today. Set a goal to produce at least 2 pieces of content for YouTube every single week, and then have the data backing it so you know when to actually perform. Now, what I mean by that is when you go into the analytics of your YouTube channel and you've got content, you can look at when your subscribers are there. But if you don't have subscribers yet, or you want to increase your channel to have that data, be sure to be putting out content very specifically for YouTube to want to produce and put out your content more for you. Okay. What that means is once you have enough going on, you have enough subscribers, you will have data under your analytics tab on your channel that will tell you, okay, a lot of your subscribers are on YouTube, searching on YouTube, etc., at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Okay. And then you know when you produce content that you can schedule it for 5 p.m. on Tuesday, which will increase your subscriber base and your engagement. Okay. So without further ado, let's share the screen here. Sharing my screen here. Okay. So we're going to go into your YouTube channel. We're going to start with the download. Okay. The download option, how to do that. When you go to your channel on YouTube, okay, you're going to hit manage videos. And then up in the top right corner, you're going to see a button that says create upload video. Now, before you upload the video that you have now downloaded from, say, Zoom, where you shared your screen, you did your hook, build up, present value hook, right? Or call to action. You did all of those things, that formula for every single YouTube video. Okay. Before you select the video that's on your desktop, you need to make sure that that video on your desktop is the name that you want when you put it in your description on your YouTube video. Okay. So you're not uploading something that says XYZ blah, 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 224 MP3. You are going to be putting the title, the uploaded title needs to be the title of your YouTube video. Okay. That's hack number 1. Now, when I select the file here, okay, I'm going to download XYZ business compensation plan. Why compensation plan? Because that is something that is searched very often. So XYZ obviously is not a real business. This is just for the example. But if you are in a certain company, XYZ digital company, okay, and you're making money online with them, you would put the name of the company and then compensation plan, or you'd put the name of the company and review or something like that. Okay. But when you upload the video, you're not uploading something that is just blah, 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 MP3, MP4, whatever. You are uploading the title that you want for the description here. Okay. So they need to be the same thing. Now, when you put in your description, you can use different hashtags. Okay. Like affiliate marketing. We'll just use that as an example. Okay. I'm not going to sit and type out a description right now, but hashtags used in the description are going to be quite lucrative for you. And the reason they're going to be quite lucrative is because when you use appropriate hashtag for what's talked about in your video, that is another hack. You want people to engage with your content and accidentally find your content based on a hashtag that they search, right? Same concept applies. You want to do hashtags that will be searched, and you can speak to your avatar. So just like me and stay-at-home moms, if I were to hashtag something in my description like stay-at-home moms, I've got 18,000 videos and 3,400 channels that talk about that, which is a good thing. Now, the more niche down you are, the more likely you're speaking to your exact audience. So when you do a description, you're not just recapping what's in the video. You're going to be talking about what? Hook, call to action at the end. But you need to start out with a hook. And honestly, truly, this is when the call to action can actually be fed throughout. A tip I would say is to have something that says to find out more, or, let's say this isn't this one's compensation plan, right? So to find out an honest review of this company, go to, and then you would do HTTPS. Okay. You have to make it clickable. Don't just put in your website without the HTTPS. Okay. You have to make it clickable. Go to this. No, you need to have HTTPS//thecasesnyder.com or whatever your website is, whatever the offer is. Okay. And then it's clickable. When they go to the description, they can actually click into that. If you don't put the HTTPS, they can't click it. And then they have to go type it. They might misspell it, whatever. So make it very convenient for the person, the viewer. Okay. What you're doing here when you do something like this, okay, you're using hashtags in the description. You're saying, hey, if you want to make money online, you could even do that as a hashtag, I'm sure. Okay. If you want to make money online, be sure to watch this entire thing. Okay. I'm not going to type it out. I'm not going to waste the time to do that. But what you're doing in the description is following the formula still with call to action throughout this time of why they want to be on that video, what they're going to gain from it, and then to keep them on your channel. So something like being able to say, to find out an honest review of this business, or to find out about the compensation plan in 2021, or to find out how to make six figures through my series, whatever it is, you're doing another link to keep them on your channel. So they might go to that link, they might look at the description, and then they go to another video of yours that allows them to stay with you. That lets them stay on your channel. You want them to stay there. You want them wanting to hear more from you. Okay. So the call to action isn't just go to my website and enroll, right? It can be depending on your video, but you're also going to get them to engage in other pieces of content. Okay. Now, if you're in affiliate marketing or something, you will want to put some type of disclaimer at the bottom. Okay. An affiliate disclosure of some sort, telling a person that it's not guaranteed, that it's commission only, etc. I encourage doing that just to cover your own butt. That's not required. It doesn't determine your success, but you want to cover your own butt. Okay. Now, thumbnails, you guys know, thumbnails. Let's see if I can find one real fast. Thumbnails need to be where it's a hook. Why does the person want to click in to your video? Now, this one is not necessarily one that I would use for a video like this, okay, just for the premise of talking about XYZ business compensation plan, okay? The thumbnail for that would be something that's enticing. Compensation plan exposed. The lies we tell. I mean, there's got to be something where when a person's scrolling through their phone, that they want to click on it, that they want to say, wow, what is that about? Ooh, that's exciting. And then you can use on canva.com, for example, just easy done. Okay. You can use a picture of you going like this or something that entices them. I would encourage doing something that makes the person click. It's a hook. It's just like in your email marketing, you want the title of the email to make them want to click inside the email. Same type of thing here. If you give it all away in the thumbnail, they have no reason to click. You want to hook them by enticing them, having it be memorable. So compared to, there's a total difference between this compared to just a face, right? So Use your thumbnails creatively. Now, in sharing my screen again, okay, you guys got the idea of the description right here. You want what the file name is to be the title as well. So the file name over here on the right-hand side is the title. You want them to be one and the same. Okay. Thumbnail right there. And then playlist. Okay. Playlists are super important because you want a person to have a direction when they go to your YouTube channel, much like your Facebook group and having a guide section. It's organized, which means they feel that they can find something rather than it feeling disorganized or cluttered. Okay. So a playlist, this one, as you can see from my podcast, it is discover how you can make money from home while rocking the mom life, right? I put that in my playlist because it allows a person to see what they're going to gain from those videos there. Okay. For this one, let's say we create new playlist, compensation plans, exposed, how to make X a month, right? Something again, that's a hook that's enticing for them to visually see. Okay. And then you'd press create. Now, for the sake of this right now, I'm not going to do that. I am just going to select a random playlist. Okay. How to make money online, mom life, etc. And then you press done. And then down here, you want to make sure that you put no, it's not made for kids. Why? Because if you put yes, you're going to have a little box underneath your video that is cheesy and says for kids. You don't want that. It's not that your content is not made for children. I'm sure it's great, but you don't want it to be obvious that it's for kids. It's another trick to the algorithm. You want to be targeting people who can and want to make money online or get involved with you and your offer in your online business, right? So hit no. Now show more right here is a really good hack. So pay attention. Okay. I don't do anything when it comes to these two things here, the paid promotion and automatic chapters. I do add tags though. So for example, I have a document that I go to and I grab something like the tags I want to use. Okay. So I do a business. Let's see. Let's go back. Nope. It's hiding. One moment. Click. If you add tags, you want to for sure add tags that are pertaining to the business. Okay. So I tag myself, I tag multi-level marketing. You might tag the business you're in. You will tag, you could tag something that's being searched, but you want to separate the tags by a comma and make sure that they're spelled right. Okay. Business, that's fine. But more specific than that, business. See how I didn't spell that right? It wouldn't work in my tag feature, that hack, unless it's spelled right. Business marketing. Okay. Separate it by a comma. You want to use the tags no more. There's no reason to use more than about 20 of them. I'm just typing them out to show you guys. Okay. And then video language, all of that kind of stuff, video recording date. I don't do anything there. I have it under entertainment for me. Now you guys can select what yours is depending if you have a different opinion, but entertainment or education is fine. And then I don't do anything down here as far as comments and ratings. Okay. Now, when I press next, I don't do anything here and I don't do anything here. Okay. Initially, ooh, this is so good. Y'all be better taking notes. Initially, I will mark it as unlisted. You don't want it private because you're not sending the link directly to someone, right? And you do not want to make it public from the start. Here is why you want it to be unlisted initially. Okay, pay attention. When you are maximizing your email list and having people stay in your circle, which creates more rapport, which creates more retention, which increases your financial wallet, right? You can mark it as unlisted. And over the next 2 to 3 days, you can be sending it via email to your subscribers. Hey, go watch my new video on blah, 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 right? You're still following the formula in your email of hook, build up, present value, and call to action. Your call to action in the PS or a video, or not a video, email one-off would be check out my YouTube video of blah, 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 right? Even better than that, the title of a video, if you're talking about a YouTube video that you're getting engagement for initially before you make it public, okay? I'll tell you why in a moment. When you do that on your email list, the hook in a video like that would be how how you too can work at home, make X amount, start doing it today, moms, whatever your avatar is. Okay. And then within the video content, in the email content, you would say, check out my YouTube video exposing all the lies, all the truths of blah, blah, blah. Okay. Compensation plan, a review, something that entices them, that maybe is fear-based, that maybe is exciting, or ties the two together because people run on emotion. Okay. Now, the reason, this is so good. The reason that you are going to make it unlisted first instead of public is because you're going to maximize your email list by sending that link, that YouTube video that you just put together. You followed the formula, you followed the method, okay, all the hacks, you put the tags, you put it in a playlist, all of that. You are going to have it unlisted and then send it out to your email list. So you do what? Increase views, comments, and engagement before it goes public. Then once you have your goal attained for X amount of views or X amount of likes or comments, you then make it public. When you make it public and YouTube sees it as, wow, this video already has 500, 1,000 views. Wow, it already has 15 comments. Holy cow, it already has 16 likes. YouTube will boost it into more algorithm within the YouTube space. So maximizing your email list, taking a YouTube piece of content, doing all the hacks there, putting it in your email list. Okay. Hey, go watch this video of how I do this or do that, how I make this or how I maximize that. When you have that working in your favor and then you make it public, it tricks YouTube into thinking, wow, this must be a super important video. She posted it 30 minutes ago and it already has X amount of views, likes, comments. YouTube should put it in more people's faces. Okay. Now, the reason that is simple and important is because they all go together. So be sure to use the methods that we have taught in other videos. Okay. The other thing is you're going to want to say what your video is about within the first few seconds of your video recording. Okay. This is another hack. If you do, compensation plan review of X business, okay, just like we did, just like you guys saw, when you do your content for that, you want to be saying that title, those keywords, the hashtags within your video. The reason for that is then it's coexisting for YouTube. Okay. It's also encompassing a little bit of algorithm going on, because if you start out saying, hey, Kirsty here, back at it today with a blah, blah, blah review for X business, okay, or compensation plan, okay, when you do that, and then you tie in those keywords from your description, from your title, all of that, it's coexisting for YouTube and boosting it into the algorithm. So be sure to not just have it in the title, not just have it in the PDF, or not the PDF, the video download, not just that stuff, but also with what you're saying and what words you're using. It gets to be coexisting and the same across the board because it's an algorithm hack. Okay. So be sure to do those types of things. Now, going back to sharing my screen, I'm going to show you a little bit of the organization once you actually do the right tags, you have the right playlists and things like that, because then you know what other people are seeing, okay? And when they come to a channel on YouTube and the first thing is, hey, subscribe, I'm excited you're here, here's some proof, here's some relatability, they're able to then engage better because you're real. You're not a robot, you're not some dude behind the screens, but you're actually helping them to want to engage with you, which means they're going to hit the subscribe button. They're going to be excited about working with you, and they actually want to, right? So when you customize your channel and they see things like this, here's a playlist, okay? A playlist, how I earn 25K monthly with 1 hour per day, clone my business for free. Now, throughout this entire series, you guys saw you can make a playlist, okay? You're making it a hook. Why do they want to click on the playlist? When they go into this information, okay, the reason I have only 6 days ago, 1,200 views with only 600 something subscribers is because I did all the hacks here. So I know for a fact that when you do that too, you will see an increase in your business. Okay. So take it seriously. Now, when they have a playlist like this, okay, when they have a playlist like this, They have a playlist like that. Now, this one is very obvious that it's not all the same stuff. That's why the thumbnails look different, but it's still organized. It's still my brand. It's still something that is important for them to look at, right? It's enticing for them. Now, make 4,000 weekly live replays from my favorite online business. Now, one more hack that I will share with you. Okay. When I go into my Facebook group, let's say I went live in my Facebook group, because now you guys know how to do that. If I go live inside my Facebook group and I actually want to repurpose that content, I can by going like this. Okay. Let's click into it if it'll let me. Okay. So here's a video that I did about 50 minutes long. Top right corner, the 3 dots on the right side. Okay. You're going to click that and you can download the video. And once the video is downloaded, you can then trim it the way that you want. So 50 minutes worth, maybe I go through this video and I only want 15 minutes of really great mindset talk or a really great spiel about my business. I can trim that down and then I can do what? Download it on my desktop, name it what I want it to be named on YouTube, and then be able to use that content on YouTube. So it's not just having a live video on YouTube and too bad it's just going to sit there. It's also being able to use what you create in your Facebook group and putting it on YouTube there. Okay. They go together. They can coexist. All right. Now, if it'll let me scroll up here, let's see. When you make a playlist, you want the playlist to be a hook. When you do the thumbnails, you want the thumbnails to be a hook. When you have something that is specific to, like my podcast, for example, if my podcast is specific, I want people to know that that's what it is about. So I have that in the title. Okay. But same thing here. You are starting out with a hook. If you read this, that starts out with a hook. Okay. Now, when you go into your playlist, right? For example, when you customize channel like so, you can customize the playlist. So what is it you want them to first see? Okay. You can take this bar here on the left-hand side. Okay. And you can scroll it down. If I want them to first see this one, I could scroll it up. If I want them to look at this one here before they look at my live videos, right? I can rearrange it the way that I see fit. And if I create a brand new playlist, okay, you're going to add section, create new playlist. You can select another one if you want. Okay. You can also type in a brand new one. You can also go into a video, for example. Let's say, this one right here doesn't have a playlist. Okay. If that's the case, that one didn't have a playlist, I'd go into manage videos. I would find the video. So let's say it's this one here. Okay. If I press the details to edit it here on the little pencil, I can go edit right here what playlist it's on. Okay. So when you're creating your playlist, when you have something specific like that, you need it to be organized. And then you're using the tags, you're using the hashtags, you're speaking the words of your title, the hashtags, etc., making all of it come together, making it all coexist with each other to boost it into the algorithm. Okay. Now, as far as your channel goes, you want it, again, to be something that's enticing for them to want to stay. So you're branding your colors, following the formula again of hook, build up, present value, call to action, having the customization here on the right-hand side so they can click into something, your offer, your playlist of some sort, your website, whatever it is. Okay. And then the last thing as a recap, because you guys know a little bit more now. As a recap, make sure that when you go to post a video, okay, so you'd go into manage videos again. Right here, top right, you have the create button. You could upload videos, okay? Select file. Make sure when you select the file that it's the same name you want the YouTube title to be, and then speak those words in your video, okay? Make it in the description, all that good stuff. When you do this, don't make it public. Remember to make it where it is unlisted. You then take that YouTube video, you send it to your email list, you put it in your Facebook group as a guide section. Okay. You could have a guide section that is specific to my YouTube information, right? Something that's a hook. Don't just put YouTube info, put my recordings of how I do blah, blah, blah at home, blah, 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 whatever it is. Okay. Have it be a hook. All of this is coexisting. Okay. All of this is coexisting. It needs to be where you understand that you are doing short form videos that then can take a person to YouTube. You're doing short form videos that then can take a person to your email list. Then in your email list, you are hitting them with your Facebook group, your series, your playlist, your YouTube channel, which then makes them what? Want to connect with you. We'll see you on the next video. Let's increase that retention. I know you can. Take it seriously, and we'll talk soon.